Come, I'll show you the sweetest delight in the garden as a surprise for Adam.
Really?
Come.
All right.
Here.
But this is the one tree in the garden we cannot touch. This is the forbidden fruit.
Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Surely not.
We may eat the fruit of any tree in the garden, except for the tree in the middle of the garden. God has forbidden us to either touch or eat the fruit of that tree. For if we do, we shall die.
You believe that nonsense? Of course you will not die. But God knows that as soon as you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you and Adam will be like gods yourselves.
One day we'll reach the level of the avatars that we have read about in history, the Buddhas and Jesus, infinite ones, God.
You witches serpent, you cast your spell upon this planet with your graven images and your wishes to be worshipped. Witches and warlocks flock like Harry Potter fans, waiting for your new age plan to spread across the land. You got the masses dumped down where you want them, convinced that you don't exist, and now you got them atheist. Some even think they're evolving to a godlike level above and beyond human. These Luciferian lies feed on ego and pride. They come disguised as an angel of light, like the original sin and the first deception. The tree in the garden, don't you see the connection? It's the same old lie that he used back then at the beginning of time, at the fall of man. Have we forgotten the truth within the book of Genesis? Ignorant of the nature of sin, so we dismiss written words of God as an irrelevant myth, but then embrace all these new age thoughts of nonsense.
It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you because you did one or the other. There is no God in doing everyone's God. Welcome to the kingdom of heaven, without judgment, without hate, without testing, without anything.
Occult-like practices and pagan worshiping as act exists. See through the smoke and the mirrors and the mist. From Atlantis to the Miriam fanatical myths, to the UFO connection with the German SS. Secret society elitists from the east and the west. Illuminati and Masonics had it all connect. Satanic worship to the depths we don't want to admit. It's a globalized illusion that we gotta correct. Check the symbols and signs like the all-seeing eye. Read the Bible facts to understand the great design. See the writing on the wall, we're living in end times. And even the elected now bought into the lie. Real Satanists are dressed up in their suits and ties, eating the fruit like these fools who think they are divine. They aren't evolved, they're just blinded by ego and pride, living a lie that disguised like Jekyll and Hyde. Can you deny that these times were all prophesied? Read Matthew 24:24, you decide.
There's no such thing as good or bad. Judging things practice should be happen. There are things that I do that I know that involve you. There are other things that do not involve you. It's not good or bad. There's no.
All right, what's up, everyone? Steve J and Mo. It is the 23rd of June, 2020. So they say. So they say. What's going on? Bobby's falling down.
My headset's falling everywhere.
Oh, dude, that's the worst thing that could happen. All that racket and the camera, the wiggle audio on the camera jack or the audio jack.
All right, here we go. Here we are.
All right, so what's up, Bobby? How are you doing today?
There's a lot going on, bro.
Right. I don't even know how I'm doing today. I know I'm here, so that can't be too bad of a thing. But what I see happening around the nation, the world, whatever's happening right now, all this canceling Christianity, and you can't have white Jesus, and it's all just utter ridiculousness. You know, we're going to get into all of why it's ridiculous in, just a short little bit. But I mean, it's not like last night we saw it was just trending. It was just a little trend on Twitter. Now you type it into Google and you get all these results. It's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, it's now it's becoming where people like who have a following on Twitter, like say the guy we're going to talk about today, Sean King. He's usually all over like CNN and things like that. He was one of the first people to get on and call for the removal for people to go and tear down statues of white Jesus and statues of white Mary, because basically he said if you're a Christian but you envision Jesus to be white, then you don't believe in Christianity, you believe in white supremacy.
Just putting all of those together, that's just ridiculous, dude. Like that's like we don't have like conspiracies that stretch that far, I feel, because like just because that a couple of pictures and paintings in newer times at least show him to be white, well, that's probably because it was some like white dude doing it. It is what it is. You can't go back and remake history. We can't remake these statues. You can paint them if you really want, but I don't see how that's going to work out in the first place. But it's not like any of us have like, when I pray to God through Jesus Christ, it's not like, dear God, through the white heavenly Jesus Christ, like it's not, it's nothing like that, dude. And like my buddy, he pointed out to me today, it kind of points out in the Bible that even God is most likely of darker skin. John's in heaven, he's at the face of the Father pretty much. He's at his feet. Then he's, got a huge white beard and, fluffy as snow. But he said his feet, they were the color of smoked bronze or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I look at my feet. My feet are, about white as snow. So clearly, we're made in his image, but, we all have different tints to our skin. That's not really what I'm getting at here. But, if the Heavenly Father above is possibly a little darker, who says that Christ can't be a little darker? We never threw that out, and throwing Christianity out with just white Jesus, that's throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We've learned not to do that. You take what you get and you leave the rest. It's like the whole defund the police thing. How about we reform the police and reform the government before we make any other conjectures or anything like that? People just like to, skip the middle, skip the transition. We want to go from A to C. Like, what about B? Don't worry about that. We're going to go from A to C. I'm like, I don't think it works like that, but it's just so strange how these people are.
I just don't think like, there's probably like your older crowd of like your good old Catholics who are 80 years old who will say Jesus. Like, but if you find a level-headed Christian and you say, hey, he was in the Middle East, dude.
Right.
Like chances are he was definitely not white, but I don't care about what color he is. I don't care if there was a white statue of Jesus, if there was a brown statue, a black statue, orange, green, purple. As long as it's Jesus Christ and he's my Lord and Savior, which doesn't change, I don't care. I just don't. The fact that like you can actually, but the things like they're trying to code it with the race thing, like white Jesus statues needs to be taken down. Because if you believe in Jesus and if he's white to you, you believe in white supremacy. So now you're going to have all these, simple-minded people out here that are so godly afraid of being looked at differently in the eyes of the public. They're going to demand these statues be torn down. But what you don't understand is they're tricking you to tearing down statues of Jesus Christ. That's the biggest thing. Like, don't care what he looks like on his skin color. They're tricking you into removing Jesus Christ statues and statues of Mary, because she also was depicted in white here in North America, just so you don't feel like you're racist.
It's like they're trying to let themselves off the hook, in a way.
Do you think Satanists care if Satan's depicted with a moose head, a goat head, a bat head? No, it's Satan, and they'll go fucking praise him. But here we are, because Satan is infiltrating it, and we're fighting over what color Jesus was. and we're missing the point of what's really. It's like that. That's the whole thing. It always like when someone dies, whether it's a stage event or not. People always want to fight on either side. Oh, what guy killed? But he was a black guy killed. Yeah, but a human just died. You know what I'm saying? Like no one ever gets the actual story. And here we're fighting over white Jesus versus black Jesus. But when everyone's missing the point of they're trying to remove Jesus. That's the actual story.
I know, bro. I know. I had a good thought a second ago, and it just completely escaped my mind. Damn, dude. What was it? I'm trying to write it down on paper real quick. Then you stop talking. Damn it. Oh, man. What was it? It had to do with, I'm sure it'll come back to me later on in the show because it's just all this satanic crap we're around all the time. It had something to do with that, but on a different spectrum. But you said something that sparked a memory from something I was probably talking about just last night. We talked about all this, all this stuff last night too, because it was just randomly trending out of nowhere. Now it's like political, daily news. It's making headlines, cancel Christianity. And I typed into Google cancel Christianity. If you hit news, it gives you a bunch of stuff that's happening right now. When you don't, I guess there was something that was going around right before this coronavirus called the cancel culture and the Christian response to the cancel culture.
Right.
So I don't know what that is, but I found that interesting because culture is, another word for cult. So the cancel cult is coming for Christianity. This is what this headline, I know I'm not screen sharing, but it just, they were pushing this back then. Now they're really pushing it in our faces now. And I think they're just going to, step it up in a little bit more like they always do. They release everything in phases. Sooner or later, Christianity as we know it today is going to be abolished, illegal, frowned upon. There's going to be no room for Christians in the New World Order, especially, level-headed Christians that, don't really care what color their their savior is, what color you are. You're a human being. You're made in the image of the Father. It's good enough for me. Is it for you?
It's literally that's all that matters.
Right. As long as you're not the people who look like humans and that are complete psychopaths, you're good to go.
Like, oh, he's not white, right? Or he's not okay, but do I still get through heaven through him? Well, yeah. Okay, cool. I don't care what he looks like. Why do people care so like this? But I know it's not people. This is part of the plan. It's just part of the MO of trying to, because you have to get rid of Christianity to move in with your Luciferian beast system, like that thing we were reading last night. That they're going to try to, like I said, like the president of the United States passed a law on June 5th of this year that's going to affect the world on religion. And no one's like blinking an eye at it. But so now, right as we're reading that got passed June 5th, all of a sudden now we're doing, oh, white Jesus, white Mary. If you believe in them, then you're a racist, and that's white supremacy. We got to tear down those statues. I'm like, dude, it's happening so quick now. To where, like, before something would happen, a couple of years would pass, then you kind of see it. I mean, literally, Trump passed that on June 5th, and then on June 22nd, we're trying to take down white statues of Jesus.
It's all happening. So, like you say, it's happening so quick. It literally is. It's like we hear them talking about something, and we start, like, oh, they could do this, they could do that, and then they do it within days. It's like,
bro, it was 17 days, bro. Since Trump signed it to the cancel Christianity trend last night, 17 days. And then we got other things too. Like that's I brought up to you before we went live. I don't know if you guys in the chat have been following up on NASCAR and Bubba Watson, but Bubba Watson is I believe he's rich with races. I believe he's like half white, half black kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know, but I know he's definitely has African American in him at some point. And he said that a noose was left in his garage as a hate crime. And so now here's that race war going. oh, I can't believe it. Oh, da, 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 da. And then it came out today. Oh, actually, that noose was actually a rope that's fashioned on the garage door, so you can pull it down, and it's been there since last October. So here's a guy who is taking advantage of a culture at a time where all these, African American protests are going on because of like George Floyd and I forgot the Rashad, is that the guy's name? I forget. That happened in Atlanta. So there's a culture of protest from the African American communities. So here's a guy who's half black going, I'm going to take advantage of this, and then lies and then gets caught. Is he going to get dropped from NASCAR? No.
Yeah.
It's going to happen just like Jesse Smollett. Nothing happened to that dude either.
No.
When he lied about being jumped by, though I don't care about politics, but he's like, 2 white dudes and MAGA hats jumped me at 2 a.m. as I was heading to Subway for a sandwich. 2 a.m. But nothing happened to him either. Like, he'd no jail time. Like, what did he get? Like a fine? And it's just like crazy that like they are like consistently like trying to force these, whether it's a race war or any other war, but like even the whole cancel Jesus thing, it's racial. If you think he's white, then you believe in white supremacy and you're racist. That's all it is. They're now using Jesus Christ as a pawn in a race war angle. It's unbelievable.
I know. Honestly, it's just sick, dude. And all these people that are falling for it, they gotta wake up and get their head out of their ass, because they think they're being led to freedom on both sides. Honestly, on all 3 sides, because you have like, the military, because they're gonna come into town at some point, and they've been under the idea they've been liberating people and bringing democracy for how long? Ever. Okay, so they check out on that end. So the people who make these Chaz or Chew, whatever it is over there in Seattle, I'm assuming a few more.
Another shooting today, by the way.
Of course, and I'm assuming a couple more of those are going to pop up out of nowhere. And those people, even though they're most likely paid, but
hey, let's not forget that the city of Seattle built that zone.
Oh yeah, of course.
So,
of course,
in case anyone in the chat didn't hear about that before, the city of Seattle started building the Chaz autonomous zone, whatever, June 7th, the day before June 8th, where the news finally announced it, as if it was being taken over by rebels inside the city. Once again, it's all bullshit. Yeah, brother, I'm sorry.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. But real quick, I remember what I was gonna say before. It's kind of off topic a little bit, but so I heard Trump talking the other day. I don't know when this was. Could have been a week ago. Wasn't that long ago. Maybe a week tops.
Right.
Talking about coronavirus, and he's like, it's what did he say? So he tried to make it funny. He's like, this is the virus of many names, the Kung flu, the COVID, coronavirus, blah blah blah. Start going over all these names. He's like, this is the virus of many names and many wonders or something. I'm just like, yo. Like, what's Lucifer? He's the one of many names. Apollo, Abaddon, Zeus, whatever. Keep going. Horus, Orion, most likely. Maybe not Horus, but Orion. I don't know. Orion's a Nephilim belt, so probably Horus. I don't even know how to pronounce the South American gods, but those were blonde-haired, blue-eyed beings. Let's not forget that. He knew about the white people before white people got here. That's why they were like, oh, fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was, so like he's the man of many names. We have the virus of many names. And it's just, it's all adding up Luciferian wise. And another thing that's sort of off topic, just in case people forgot, in the stock market, let's say you have an A-list company and it tanks. What do they call that stock technically? They call it a fallen angel stock.
Really?
Look that up on your own time, people. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, the fallen angel stock. Yeah, and they were doing operation revive fallen angels. When all the stock market shit went down a couple months ago, and fallen angels here, fallen angels over there. Because you could go on any stock market tracking website and just look at the dip, dude. Every single company fell except for like Amazon and like McDonald's and shit like that. Because obviously those are big corps, but everything else that were like Fortune 500 companies that weren't, maybe in on all this shit, took a dive, and now they're fallen angel stocks, and they're part of the Operation Revive or whatever it is, juice up the stock market.
Right.
He has all these stupid names. Operation Warp Speed for the quickest vaccine. And the thing that's broken with that, it's he's making it seem like there's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different companies that are just competing to get the top spot. But in reality, who's going around town telling people that once the vaccine is ready, you're going to be first in line to get it? Melinda Gates from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, who are Gavi, who are not Event 201, who are ID 2020. That those
and
are
Event
those
201.
Exactly. They were that too.
And don't forget too, people forget they're eugenicists. And the Melinda Gates is Michael Gates is on TV saying the first people that are going to get the vaccine when it's available are poor black communities. Shocking.
What was that like in Return from BLM? They're like, "Oh, we feel so bad for the black community. We're gonna
it was basically
we're gonna do them a favor by giving them the chip first."
Here you go, bud.
But like you said yesterday, bro, like you said, a lot of people, I don't think they're gonna line up for that, dude. Especially while they're going wild. I don't think you said it, but one of my buddies was like, "Yo, they're going if they get the hood turned, no one's taking a vaccine." You know what I'm saying? And if you don't take the vaccine, like I said, who's the horseman that's ready to go right behind you? Death. Right. If you don't want to participate in the third horseman, by all means, just wait. That's their mentality. They'll offer you the chip for a little while until it's too late, until they got to go running for the hills like we found out yesterday.
Right.
Ridiculous. Every free man, every bondman, every mighty man, every military, every type of man on the earth, And mighty man is a reference to Nephilims. People kind of just forget that.
Right. Whoops. Kind of slipped my mind.
Right, dude. I'm just like, it's not even like giants and Nephilim hybrids are like just a Christianity thing. That's like in every type of belief system. There were some big things here a long time ago, maybe not as long as we're taught, but they were here, and a couple of them are going to come back with a vengeance, but you don't got to really fear them. You don't got to fear all that, because there's a decent chance you might not even make it to see, all this cracking of the earth and stuff coming out and locusts and all this. You might not make it to see that, but if you do, still have no fear. And if you don't have fear of, being like, "Oh, dude, all my friends just got the vax, blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of running low on money. I kind of need that." Like, you'll be fine, bro. Just give them a little resistance. Give them a reason. Good to go.
Just a little resistance.
Something, dude. Something. Or just, just take it. Not take the vax, but take the really hard, long way out, Christ kind of did. He had to walk up through a mountain.
He kind of did.
Towns. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? And people are worried about what's going to happen. I was a little worried at first too, but I'm like, dude, what's a couple FEMA dudes going to do? I'm like, they put our boy on the cross, made him carry his own cross.
Check this out. I as you were talking, I was looking at different sites.
Where are we? Facebook, picture. Twitter?
Yeah, Facebook.
Let me get that up. Oh, what's wrong with these people?
So the picture I sent you is of Rashad's Brooks funeral, and it's just a picture they took, and in this picture, in this still frame, there's something in there that's very telling, and I want everyone to realize it. We all know what it is, but I just want everyone to realize the way this is set up in the picture that's taken. There's one thing that's right in the dead in your face that should be a red flag of what's going on. There he is. Where's Waldo?
He's right here. He's got the Waldo color on his little yarmulke too.
He's just chilling, man. Just hey, come on, dude. Like this is what they do. This is the games they play, where they just. Oh, you stand here, sir, and they take this picture, they take this photo op, they put it out there because they want you to know who's running the world, who's behind the scenes, who's pulling all the strings on this staged event that they pulled off in Atlanta. Oh, the Wendy's that he was killed in front of, it got burned down. You wonder who burned it down? His girlfriend did. She's in custody now. Like, come on, dude. It's a joke. What are we doing?
This is crazy, man. These people are nuts. These
No,
people
no, not
out of
nuts, dude.
control.
I'm nuts. These people are. This is ridiculous. They're like, what are we doing?
You're nuts. If you're nuts, then what the heck are we, man?
Oh no, we're all nuts. We all have our things, you know, but like we're nuts in a good way where our craziness doesn't allow us to stay quiet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, where we keep looking, we keep digging, we keep talking, we keep showing. Where other people's craziness is what these people are doing, whether it's stuff with, you know, children or blood or feces or urine or eating humans, whatever. That's their craziness. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we clash, because we're going to expose you. And I'll stay up all day and night to do it. I don't give a damn.
And they make it so easy too. That's the funny part. It's really hard to understand you're being lied to if it's put right in front of your face every day. You know, it's normal after X amount of days, weeks, months, years, decades, perhaps. You know, X's and O's in the sky. Ridiculous, man. And all it takes is one generation to rewrite history, people. Maybe less than that now with all the docile, numb-minded humans that roam this earth right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like when you and Jen were live the other day when I was at work, and I tried to chime in as much as I could, and I still appreciate you guys, you know, let me come in, say some words quick, but it's like, because you're talking about like the kids growing up, like my son's 8 and the kids younger, they're being normalized to this. But then like I brought up the fact that I watched Marvel Endgame on Father's Day with my kid, and then Thanos said that movie, like I wiped out 50% of everything, and now I realize I got to wipe out everything and start new, because as long as there's people from the old world still around, it will never. My plan will never work, because the people from the old world will tell the new people what it used to be like, and they could get people to miss it. But if everyone from the old world's not around no more, then the new people will never know what they're missing in the first place.
Exactly. That's what I think this because dude, all the COVID deaths were people that were over the age of, who even knows, you know, like 70, 65. Those were the most highly effective. That was for a reason. I don't know if they actually got sick or if, you know, maybe they were like a little sick and then they were like, oh man, it looks like you're going to take a turn for the worse. And then the next thing you know, they give them a couple antibiotics allegedly and they're toast, dude. Then they need the ventilator and they get paid, you know. That's how it all working. And if all these, you know, older people are, you know, checking out and whatnot, you know, what do these young people have for reference? You know, we have the internet that changes daily. We've shown patents change. We've shown translators change. What changed the other day too with us? I forgot already. What did I show? The NWO website completely changed.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to check that out right now to see if it's still broken. It's still broken.
Broken.
It just says, let's take our planet back. There's an arrow that points down to nothing. A smiley face at the top left corner. When you click it, it brings you back to the same screen. You click about, goes nowhere. Initiatives goes nowhere. Hashtag 10 billion happy goes nowhere. It's just one page website.
Well, real quick, the UN, let's take our planet back. From whom? Who are you taking the planet back from? You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro. Us, bro.
I understand, but like, I'm like, do they have to make it like that obvious? And
or you know what?
People are gonna miss it. They're gonna be like, yeah, we gotta take it back from that pesky virus.
No, well, let's go bigger scale. Screw us. Let's take it back from God.
Oh, absolutely,
you know
absolutely.
Our God, lowercase g.
What have I always said? I feel like they're going to, Lucifer and his, you know, hierarchy of fallen angels, they're going to use this realm once they have complete, like, because they have, like, spiritual and, like, not quite physical yet, but they have dominion over this place for sure. Once he's like, I'm setting foot here, bro, like, this is my new space to sit at because I'm not hanging out in the underworld anymore.
Right.
it's going to be a completely different ball game. Completely
It sucks
different
down
ball
there,
game.
man.
It must, dude. Yeah,
It
he's going to
sucks,
come
dude.
up and it's going to be. It's not going to be well for these people who, abolish Christianity, all this other shit, dude. It's just,
That's
I don't even
another
know.
thing too. Like we were talking yesterday about like how predictive programming when it comes to like 9/11
Yep.
or things like that. Like they over the last, I would say, 10 years now, they've been making Lucifer look cool and awesome. With the
Well,
show Lucifer, where
TV
he's
show. Yeah,
misunderstood,
yeah.
And he's a good-looking guy, and he's helping people, and he's just misunderstood, and people will watch it and go, "Oh, look, see, like he's not that bad." Like, and then they had a show about God, where I think it was Steve Buscemi and Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter,
Right, where they
and
make him out
God
to
is,
be like a dick.
yeah, God's like a drunk, like
What?
lazy, like like his angels that work in the mail department have to like kind of like help him be better. I'm just like, what? And people watch it, and it's a comedy, but Lucifer's a serious show trying to win the Academy Awards. And this show is about God being lazy, drunk, hungover, waking up late. He gets advice from people from a mailroom. Like, come on, dude. But I'm crazy for saying, oh, look, they're trying to make Lucifer look cooler than God. And go, oh, you're looking too far into it.
Right, they're gonna damn this place. And what I was trying to hit at before, because I kind of lost my train there, kind of fell off the wagon. But they're gonna, when Lucifer comes up and he's like the actual physical like king, has dominion of the earth, him and the hierarchy, I think they're gonna use this place as a bid. Like, hey, this was a great place you created, but they free willingly chose to come to our side, and look at it now. How about you let us have here? You go to heaven, no one gets hurt. And he's going to be like, shame on you for thinking that,
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's going to happen after the great dragon goes up to heaven, or that could just be the start of that. Who knows?
Right,
Who really
right,
knows? It's
right,
all in
right.
the future. Hopefully, I'm not here to see that. Maybe I'll be like
Please.
in the clouds over there, like, oh shit, like here he comes, like God, yo, like ringing the bell, like holy crap. Here he comes.
I am interested in a way of seeing, because like all these people that are here on Earth now, like thinking like, oh, I'm living this lifestyle of partying and drugs and all this stuff, like
Abuse.
and they get told all the time, or they're doing sacrifices, or where you have like some like the Clintons and the elites eating people and drinking their blood and all that stuff, and then like they know that, but like when Lucifer actually comes to Earth, like because they're gonna be afraid, they're gonna be scared, they're not gonna want to like, but now all of a sudden they're going, oh God, please help me, please, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be one of those, like,
Yeah, the last
backpedal
second.
real hard. Like, oh, shit, this is real? Kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do believe some of them don't believe it's real. They're not saying, like, the Clintons. I think they believe it. But, like, your lower tier scumbags out there doing sacrifices, or your teenagers thinking it's a cool thing to go kill cats on the weekend and go do a mock sacrifice. I don't think, they're it's okay because he doesn't exist. And all of a sudden, when he comes up, they're going to be like, oh shit, he's real. It's too late at that point.
Right. And if you see them trying to cancel Christianity and also funding and condone, a satanic march within 24 hours of each other, it really should show you what's happening, guys. They know, the people on high in this realm, they damn well know there's a God and there's a Lucifer, and they know that they're choosing the other side, Just like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure we've talked about ghost stories before. We've definitely done some good ones. And like, it took me personally to literally come in contact with a negative deity, let's call it that, to fully run back to God, to Christ, That's literally what it took for me. You understand that if this side of the spectrum is real, then what do you think the other side has to be real? What do you think put that thing here, There's always that great balance people talk about. I kind of get away from that yin yang new world crap, but I mean, if there's a really, effed up horn looking guy y'all are worshiping, there's probably going to be some level headed in your psychopaths, There's probably some level headed people that are worshiping, just the not regular. I'm not trying to, downplay God, but like, a good God, someone who doesn't look like
the correct one.
Yes, nothing too like out of control. But here, real quick before I forget, in the Facebook chat, we have a question, and they must have signed in after we address this. Ask, what do you think about the occupied area in Seattle? Maybe they didn't catch what you just said. You want to just hit that on the head real quick? Yeah.
All right. So when it comes to that, I don't know if this the question on Facebook, if they even ever heard of Zachary K. Hubbard, but Zachary K. Hubbard is a guy that I don't like. I'm not fully, I watch this stuff because it's very interesting and it's very enlightening. He still has strides to go. He's not fully woke. He's woke on of certain things, but he's not fully woke. But he showed on one of his live streams recently. It's a website like in Seattle.gov, whatever, where you can see traffic patterns and construction zones. So if you're traveling, you can see what's going on. And there's a construction zone that started on June 7th, and it was a 24-hour permit for the autonomous zone, or Chaz. So this and it started on June 7th, the day before June 8th, where it was finally recognized on TV and all the shit. So the city of Seattle actually built the autonomous zone the day before it was actually recognized. So again, it's not like rebel people going out taking back the land. It's government contrived, government built, and I mean, one of the people that runs it is a rapper. So he's in the industry, and it's just
wonder how we got there.
Right? It's all contrived. It's all fake bullshit, and it's made for the divide and conquer angle of the country, because now you got the right wing Republicans saying like, "Oh, let's go take them over. They're no longer part of the U.S." And then you got the left wing, Democrats like, "That's right, yes, screw the United States, down with the flag, down with the history," whatever the case. And meanwhile, you got us like, it's all fake, and you guys are falling for it. It's all
right. We're not saying there's not people in Seattle. Those people are completely brainwashed and or paid off at the same time. I think they believe what they're doing is like right and just. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the city built the area.
Some of them are just laughing because they're just getting a fat paycheck from some left wing,
the leaders of the autonomous zone are the ones getting paid. The rappers, the ex-military.
How do you spell that? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Autonomous, because I feel like that means something else.
Autonomous zone? I don't know. I'll just Google it. But it's funny though, because
I got it right here.
Yeah. So, but it's funny too, because like one of the when it so basically what I'm trying to say is the city built the zone, and the people who run it, one of them is a rapper. So the people that are inside of there are your typical brainwashed left-right ideology kind of people who think they're actually doing something for the better good. Well, meanwhile, they're just a part of the system. They're a part of the game plan. They're part of the playbook. And there's been shootings there, and some of these actual real people that aren't a part of a payroll are going to get shot and killed or whatever, and they're going to be used as martyrs to bring forth the next plan in the playbook. That's just how it works. The whole world is a stage, and we're all playing our parts.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But so let me just bring the screen back on. I think I can just do it. Look at that, yo. So this is autonomous. I was getting it mixed up with autonomic. But still, you mean, self-function, governs itself, blah, blah, blah. You can kind of connect that with autonomic. What I'm really trying to put together here is transhumanism, being a robot. Gordy Rose is making robots indistinguishable from human beings using D-Wave quantum technology that will have not automatic, but autonomic thoughts and capabilities. Isn't that nice?
Right. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, and I feel like at the same time they'll be considered autonomous. I feel like maybe these autonomous zones are just another little predictive program stretch. Get us more comfortable with the word autonomous to autonomic.
Says means self-functioning.
Yes, exactly. And what's a transhuman robot thingy? That's pretty self-functioning. If you're like, I don't think they're going to upload your soul to a bot, but they definitely have bots that, function through the ether.
Right. Or
know,
it's just like
show
the
freedom.
riots that went
What about-
on, and then who was delivering the bricks and set them up? Again, that was whether it's Philadelphia or wherever, it was the city in the middle of the night dropping off pallets of bricks for riots. Because people, again, if people don't understand this, but the BLM movement, especially the higher up you go, is all paid by billionaires. We already covered the fact that BLM, the group, whatever, has donated $1 billion to white Democrats, which is the greatest oxymoron in the world. Because you got middle class or poor African Americans
they
donating
already
their
take
money
all their money.
to BLM, and BLM's giving it to white Democrats. That's the best loop I've ever heard in my life.
Right. Those are the people that have been oppressing the black communities for decades.
Right. Well, I mean, both sides do. It's just one wears blue, one wears red. You know what I'm saying?
They do it's more extreme. It's more like in your face. It's not subtle. Democrats the Republicans, they're like little snakes, they're really like they strategically time out what they want.
Well, what's the one thing that the blue pussies, where they always promise you free shit. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's their gimmick that everyone has. Oh, I'll give you free this, free that, free this, free that. Where Republicans is all about more taxes, more taxes, more taxes. It's just the little gimmicks they've had since the beginning of time, and that's what people fight over. But meanwhile, if you strip them both down to their bones, you both see that they're probably reptilians from fucking somewhere underneath the ground. And little demons they're trying to hide from. But it's like I think we talked about this before, where it looks like the man downstairs whispers to one party and says, "Hey, if you do this, I'll give you this." And
Absolutely.
then goes to this party and goes, "Hey, if you do that," but he doesn't tell them both that he's doing it, because they're fighting each other to the death sometimes over these things. And we're like, why do they care about this so much? Why do they care about this so much? Why do they care about this so much? You know what I'm saying? And it definitely looks like they're being pawned off on each other, because that's what he does. He's the great deceiver. He's nothing but liar. He's a lot. Man, I'm just spazzing tonight, dude.
Oh, you're good, bro. You're 100% right, because me and Jen hit on this months ago. Is something two types of offspring of Nephilim would be like your Greys and then your Nordic-looking people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got the Darrow. That's what the Greys are kind of classified as in this one writing we were looking at, and the other ones, they're called the Tarot. So they're two completely different types of beings, but yet they both take orders from Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those TV shows or whatever, where the guy on top is let's say it's like a crime show. Let's say it's the chief or whatever, the lieutenant. He'll be calling, the plays on one side, and then he'll be picking up the cell phone with like the voice changer, then talking to the gangsters downtown, telling them to go here for this time, and sets it all up and sits there and watches and profits from the entire situation.
I mean, on Craigslist, they were having like friggin' casting calls, like to be a rioter, and to I think it's like $200 a day or something. They were doing, shit like that. I mean, and and they don't hide it no more. Like, that's the thing. They don't hide it no more. And people are literally taking screenshots of this. Like, oh look, they're calling for rioters. Come down and get $200 a day in Atlanta and Philly. And somehow, some way, no one's picking it up. Like, no one understands that this is all contrived, fake bullshit. And people are like, oh, well, that it might not be, that might be for a movie. Oh, yeah, because we're shooting movies in the coronavirus era, right? Everything's shut down. So what are you talking about? Like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Why do you keep lying to yourself so bad to the point where they're literally calling a casting call for rioters during the riots? And you go, oh, it's probably for a TV show or something. Yeah, you're looking too far into it. Why do you hate yourself so much that you will lie to yourself that much instead of just going, you know what that is? You don't even have to believe me, but if you could at least just say, that is odd. Start to get the ball moving a little bit and think about it. Open your mind. Golly, man.
It's terrible, dude. It's terrible. The thinking capability that, regular I don't even know if you call them regular Americans. If like half of the not even half, bro. Like
Regular Americans.
quarter, I'd say like a quarter of Americans are like level-headed. Like I'd say maybe like one hundredth of them are awake and aware of what's really happening, but there's still a quarter of them that kind of understand what's happening, a little bit. There's a lot of people I know that Bill Gates is getting the middle finger. They're not taking a vaccine. They're not doing anything like that. Granted, a lot of them lean right, but at the same time, at least their morals are in a decent spot. So I got cap off for that, at least, because it's progress,
Right.
5 years ago, everyone's, what kind of asshole is this kid? Flat Earth, chemtrails, I've taken shits bigger than this fucking dude. Like, what are you talking, So it's just good to see that people, at least in my community, are understanding what's happening right now, and there's no coincidence that Bill Gates had to take down the Marina Abramovich short film. No mistake. It got 80,000 thumbs down in a 24-hour period, less than 2,000 thumbs up.
Right.
So that has a lot to say that people are waking up to it, Like, you don't get 80,000 thumbs up on any videos. Never mind thumbs down. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But now that we're, kind of talking about how some of the nation is decently awoke or, just have their morals in the right place. Another question came in on Facebook. Well, there was another question. It was the autonomous zone. Do you think we'll see serious violence there and military action? Yeah, if the paid provocators, hit the right chord, they'll either stage a military event happening there or they'll just see you later,
Right. Like we said,
your time with bargain's done. That's it. Or they'll just simply exit stage, because your crisis acting's done with. I could see that happening. But the question I wanted to hit on is, do the people have a chance to stand up to a real military action?
No.
Depends, Depends if we're
really
still in the mind frame of.
If we're being honest with ourselves, and if the government decided to turn the military onto us, I mean, I'm going to stand up to them because I'm not going down scared, whimpering, and hiding in a corner somewhere. If I'm going to go out fighting and dying for my Lord and Savior, I'm going to go out and die like he did for me. Facts. I'll do it for him.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to think that you're actually going to be able to stand up to a government that has technologies that we probably couldn't even think about. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you should be afraid either, just because it seems impossible. Go toe to toe with them. Because underneath all that armor or whatever, they're just human like you are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for now.
But I'm not going to stand down. I don't care. I know what's going to happen, and I gladly accept it. But you're not going to kill me with my head, on a pillow, scared under fucking couch somewhere. Like, oh, please, sir, please.
Right, absolutely. What did Jesus teach us? The greatest thing he taught us is don't be afraid of death. I'm about to get my what handed to me, and it's still all good, You could die a brutal death like him and be fine. But what did it really show us is you have to die to understand, that's the real way of life. You come, you experience, you do what you're set here to do. I feel like you, me, and others in the YouTube community, we're set here to do what we're doing right now. Talk 50 minutes here and there, a couple hours here and there about this, It is what it is. We're all here for a purpose. And once people start understanding the purpose or even trying to expand their mind to the idea that we're here for a purpose, never mind here because of incredible, being that put us here, that spoke the world into creation. Imagine that. Imagine just sitting there one day and you're thrown on high and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go like, whoop, and there's the world,
Right.
Did it with a tone. That's amazing, dude. And people want to stand up to that guy? Good luck. I haven't been a good person my whole life, but I know better now, I know who the good guy is. You can kind of see him in our little background here, but the picture doesn't do him any justice. Just an artist's conception.
Let me tell you something, Ember, and this is probably going to be one of the realest things I've ever said.
Say it.
I've made a tons of mistakes in my life, whether it be something stupid or to the point of like, drug use. I've been there. Nothing too crazy, but I abused some stuff, right?
Right behind you. Can't say I have it. Everyone
Right.
on Facebook right now who's watching, they know that's a
That's
fact.
that's why we stand there, because I wear my garbage. You know what I'm saying? I don't hide from. I wear my garbage. You know exactly what I've been through because I wear it. But and I turn my life over to God and to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And if when it's all said and done, I still don't get to go to heaven, I respect it, and I'll go down there with a wink and a smile, because I'm going to do everything to make his life, and I'm talking about Lucifer, Satan's life, a living hell, until I go down there and say what's up to him, because like that's just the facts. Like a lot of people out there think they're not good enough, or think they made so many mistakes that like, oh, why should I even try to be a better person or turn my life over to God if it doesn't matter? I would rather live the rest of my life trying to make it up to him than just keep going down the path I was on, and stay on that way.
Absolutely. What I like to try to tell people is like, try to look at me, learn from what I've done, learn from what I've been telling you, learn that, it's not that you can live like an asshole your whole life and then turn it around. It's really up to you, because a lot of new age people like to say that we're our own gods. No, we're made in the image of God, but we have the power of Christ inside of us. Talks about in Revelation that people the 144,000 who make it through the BS and that are protected by seals in their forehead, they'll be doing works, greater than Christ. That's not blasphemy. Go read your Bible, people. Imagine that. Imagine people walking on water. Imagine that, because Enoch, I think, and Ezekiel, the two witnesses, I think that's who it's going to be, who's going to come down, teach us a couple things, make it not rain for 3 years. It's literally what's in there, people. And you got to understand that, you got to understand some things. This whole earthly realm, it's not a mistake. If angels can hold the winds at the four corners of the earth to make it so that wind does not blow on the earth, what do you think we're on? The four corners of the earth.
Right.
Like there's not a four corner. The only four corners there are on a globe model would be the New Mexico region, which would be four corners if it's a ball, so you can't even get that out of there. I know I took it a little flat earth on that, but it's
Bro,
all
we're not on a ball. We're on a
it's
pair,
all connected.
Dude. We're on a
It's
pair.
all connected. I needed to find flat earth to understand that an enlightened being put us here. I mean, I went to Christian schools. I always had a thought of higher beings where I looked at flat earth and I was like, wow. I mean, if the earth is flat, that means someone created this place. And I mean, for a little while, that was enough validity for me not to jump on the Christian wave and start reading the Bible, but to at least start understanding that there's stuff happening outside of our realm that I can't control. And there's stuff that's going to happen in here that we can't control, but we can make people aware,
Yeah.
And that's what we're here doing.
Exactly. But like I said, bro, you keep saying this, bro. It's not a globe, dude. We live on a pear.
I know.
It's a pear. Golly. I'll never let him live that down. Ever in my life. If I ever get to meet him, I'm gonna be like, we live on a pear, bro? All right, show me the pear earth. Show me the pear earth. But I'm crazy. We're living on a pear. But I'm nuts. All right, cool. I can't stand that dude, bro.
Who, Neil Dumbass Tyson?
Yeah, it's not a sphere. It's more like a pear. Are you serious? A pear, bro? When did that happen, Neil? When did we just crush the bottom of the quote planet all of a sudden? We didn't notice it? Like, dude, that's how ridiculous it is. And people are like, oh, it's a pear now. You believe that? That's crazy. It's a pear. No, you're an idiot. God,
it's awesome, dude. It's awesome. The people, they just make this stuff up and go live with it, And what his biggest claim, his only real defense against flat Earth was the gravity. The mic drop proved gravity for him. That's it. I dropped the microphone. Like, what about like electromagnetism? What about
What about
buoyancy and
what about the
density?
what about the microphone, which is
Simple.
heavier than air?
Yeah, exactly. Simple. Like, there's an air molecule right next to my pen right now. Oh, I'm gonna let go of the pen, and look at that. It fell on the bed because the bed's a little heavier. You know,
Oh my god, so crazy.
has more mass, has more
It's almost
density.
as if it's almost as if this rock I can drop out of my hand, it's gonna fall down to the earth. It's almost as if like the rock is heavier. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no, there's something actively pulling it down, or it's just heavier than air. Like, why is it so hard for people? Like, why do people need to take all these extra steps to believe in bullshit when they can just believe in what they see with their own eyes?
Right, common sense.
God, dude, I'm so like I told you, I came back, I was pissed off, dude. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of people. It's not even that like people like dumb people. No, it's not even that, bro. It's just the fact that people are so afraid of looking at something that's different that they'll just keep lying to themselves and keep it going in their mind because they're so afraid to even look at something that's over here. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, bro. Of course. That was like that. Literally, the whole flat Earth thing. Everything, bro. Everything. Even questioning a creator. They don't question that because they're afraid, like you said, of the repercussions. Like, ooh, what if I wasn't a good person my whole life? Maybe I'm gonna go to hell. It doesn't work like that, really. You know. I mean, it kind of does, but I mean, just read your Bible, people. Like you can do.
Then you have hardcore Christians. I'm like, oh, you believe in God? Oh, I read my Bible every day. Blah 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 blah. So we live on a flat Earth, right? No, don't be stupid. Excuse me. I don't get it. And then I have the best part is when I talk to Christians, hardcore Christians. They don't believe in Satan. Oh, I don't like that part of the Bible. Excuse me.
Right. Makes me uncomfortable.
It's a combo deal. I'm sorry, there's good and bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead with this.
No, it's how it works, man. There's you can't have A without B. It's that simple. It's really that simple, people. And if these people are going through all of these measures to literally coordinate a satanic rally on a solstice, which is one thing, but during the Ring of Fire eclipse over the most ancient part of the world where they were literally worshiping lowercase g gods everywhere, and the man of many names seems to pop up everywhere in the same form, just a different title, all around that part of the world. Just another coincidence. And then they're having satanic rallies all over the United States. Sunday during the eclipse.
Yeah, Sunday
and then,
during the
and
eclipse.
then yesterday, within 24 hours, cancel Christianity, trending.
And they said the whole purpose of the rallies and marches was for chaos. They wanted to bring chaos.
And what's this? And what were we just talking about yesterday? What? I think we're in the days of the second seal, where chaos is going to be brought upon the face of the earth. Peace will be taken from the earth. Men will kill one another.
Marika, if there was like a MVP for comments we can give out, she says, "Why it's so easy to believe the Earth is flying at 1,000 miles per hour, but the sun moving above us is ridiculous."
I mean, we only thought that for like 80% of our civilization's existence until.
Or how about this? The Earth's spinning at 1,100 miles per hour, but it takes 24 hours. But there's 24 hours in a day.
I mean, there's 23.54, but who's counting?
Oh, sorry, dude. My bad.
Yeah, the globalists.
I saw the pictures. I saw the videos.
Globalists.
Hillary Clinton is a demon from the moon.
Obama was on trial today.
There's chemicals in the water that's making the frogs gay.
Fuck Alex Jones. All right, so we got this up here. What is this? I gotta go back like 6 clips. Let me just hit refresh because they've just been firing videos while we've been talking here. Apparently. Yeah. And it looks like a completely different link. Oh no, there's the video. Hit pause. Pause, please. Please pause.
Yeah, please, dude. I don't want to see this crap.
No, dude, me neither.
Oh, there he is.
Stop. Okay. So what do we got? Sean King. Look at this guy.
Yeah. So okay, let me fully look at this Nimrod. So we got obviously as we can all read the title, is Sean King's calls to remove white Jesus statues leads to ridicule, outrage, and threats, but they leave it the word death. It's actually death threats he's been getting.
Nice.
This was today at noon, 12:46.
Oh, just a couple hours ago.
And not so long ago.
So accused fraudster Sean King.
Yeah, fraudster. Right there.
Fire.
This is New York Post, by the way, calling him a fraudster. But go ahead.
That's just crazy. What it drew both ridicule and threats online Tuesday for demanding statues showing the light-skinned Jesus to be pulled down. Where does it say? Yes, I think statues of the white European they claim is Jesus should also come down. All right, they got me there. Yeah, they are a form of white supremacy and always have been. What, King 40? What's that mean?
Hold on. I got this. I got it. I will read it for you. This is his age.
Oh,
Yeah.
why would they even put that in there?
So his quote yesterday was, yes, I think the statues of the white European they claim as Jesus should also come down. They are a form of white supremacy. Always have been. King 40 had tweeted Monday over the movement to topple monuments. Monuments, not just statues, monuments. King then extended his demands to include all murals and stained glass windows of white Jesus and his European mother and their white friends.
Where are they getting this from, though? European. Who claimed Jesus came from, like, England?
Well, because white people are typically from European countries. That's where we spread out, the UK and shit like that. Even though I came from it,
Yeah, but like whoever said he was white, you can go to like Christian churches if they have them in Africa, and I bet there's like a black Jesus, just like identical, just a little darker,
Yeah, I mean, it's bro. All right, but before we continue, I just want everyone to understand that's watching us or who will watch this in the future. Hello, future people. Look how he talks about these people. The white European they claim is Jesus. I want those statues to come down, and I want you to topple monuments. He then also said all of murals and stained glasses of the white Jesus and his European mother and their white friends. Like he is dismissing Mary and all his disciples and Jesus Christ as just no good, scum of the earth, white Europeans. Ugh.
And his friends. What an asshole.
And his white friends.
What a bunch of dicks.
He says they are a gross form of white supremacy.
Wow.
Created as tools of oppression, racist propaganda. They should all calm down, he insisted. If your religion requires Jesus to be a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus, then your religion is not Christianity, but white supremacy. Time out.
No shit.
I never, ever have, when I go, all the churches I've been through, never have they ever said that he has to look like this. Matter of fact, all the things I've ever seen of Jesus, if he was white, he had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never even noticed his eye color or his hair color. I didn't care.
Like brown or like hazel.
Right. Dude, like, who cares? But he's sitting there acting like these churches are he has to be white, blonde hair, and blue eyes. If not, get out of here. Like, what? I've never heard that in my life.
That's ridiculous, right, dude? Blonde-haired, blue-eyed. Every time I see
your religion requires Jesus to be a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus, then your religion is not Christianity but white supremacy. The Brooklyn-based king, who has denied being a white man, masquerading as a black, posted a photo of a dark-skinned Jesus that he says is the most accurate depiction. No shit. He's from the middle. White Americans who bought, sold, traded, raped, and worked Africans to death for hundreds of years in this country simply could not have this man at the center of their faith. He said of the reason for images to lighten the skin of the Son of God central to the Christian faith. Again, this is not about, they're masquerading the fall and hatred of Christianity with race. Because now when you see this, all these simple-minded, white people out here that are so afraid to look, I'm not racist. Watch this. I'll denounce white Jesus. I'll denounce Jesus from my life to prove I'm not a racist. And you think you're doing good, but all they care about is you denouncing Jesus, removing the monuments of his European mother and his white friends, as he calls them. And he wants you to remove all the stained glass, all the statues, and all the monuments. And you think it's because of race, when really it's because they're trying to get rid of Christianity. It's been going on for at least, and since we've been alive, it's been really strong for the last 15 years. This is their end goal, because with Christianity has to be gone if you want to move in with the beast system. That's just the way it is.
Absolutely. And like you said, they're going to be like, denounce Christ from your life, and we'll let you buy, sell, and trade, essentially. Live freely in the illusion of the system. I could see that. That's that's right down the road. And like I said, that lines up with what I said. Sooner or later, they're going to abolish Christianity. It's going to be illegal to even if you think Jesus was a black guy, I think they're going to get rid of those people too. You know what I'm saying? I think this is just the icing layer on the cake. You got to go through one layer of cake, or icing. Could be ice cream cake. Could be 7-8 layers of this bitch, but this is just the top of it.
Right.
It's going to get deep, and it's going to get a lot worse, in my opinion, with the whole whatever thing. And it's not like you see they're not saying cancel Muslim, cancel Buddhism, cancel
Hold on.
Or are they?
No. Well, here's my thing. So notice how they're targeting Christianity, but they're not targeting other forms of religion that branched off Christianity that still has Jesus depicted as white in this country. Why is it Christianity? You know what I'm saying? So King's series of tweets sparked a barrage of ridicule and outrage and even outright threats, he said on whatever he said it on. Received about 20 death threats in the past 12 hours since I said that the statues of white European Jesus are a tool of oppression for white supremacy and should be taken down. That's pretty much proves my point. Your religion is actually whiteness with a Christian. What is that word?
I don't know.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck what the word is. But basically, this is what it is. So now he's woe is me. I spoke up against, and now I'm getting death threats. It proves my point. Oh, look at these nice little symbols, dude.
Let's say you got all this F Christian stuff right next to these sigils. Nice.
Beautiful.
Who would have thought?
So he posted this this morning at 9:45 a.m. So as well as threats, his tweets were met with ridicule from many online, with one follower asking, does it hurt to be this stupid? Honest question. That's funny. Along with the claims that he is really white, with his birth certificate listing 2 white parents, the former newspaper columnist has also faced scandals over his financial dealings. I don't care about this. But anyway, he was recently attacked for his botched attempt to recreate I'll get it, dude. Frederick Douglass newspaper, the North Star, as an online venture, and was accused of failing to refund $27,000 in donations.
Nice.
So this is basically, this is a good guy. This is a good guy we got going on here.
Oh, who's that? Oh, come on. Look at that. That's everyone's like, that's Celine Dion, folks. What happened to that?
After weight loss. No, she hasn't got her.
White people, you got to start fucking up. Not the regular ass, people. This thing.
I know we talk about it all the time. First off, look at the logo for Smart Feed.
A nice 8. You love to see it.
Love to see it. There is a white rapper out here. His name's Tom McDonald.
Oh God.
Right. I don't think he's an independent rapper. He makes all his bills, so whatever. But he has a song called White Boy, and in this song he talks about, I can't feel bad. You can't blame me for slavery. Like I didn't do that. I treat everyone as an equal. And then in there he says the white people you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're your Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bushes, and Royals. That are people who monopolize the water and oil. And I'm like, whoa, that was the truest thing I ever heard in music in the last 20 years. but that's the truth. That's who you should hate.
Yeah, and they throw it in there just like that. And then people just, it's their favorite lyric for a week, and that's it.
Yeah, they put it, put it on their Facebooks like, oh, dude, so hips. And then they forget about it. Or then they, oh God, that just I can't. When I was reading that article earlier, like when I texted you, like, yo, you're going live, dude. Like I was fuming, dude. I was so pissed off.
It's just ridiculous, man. The levels that these people go to, like we said before, just damn Christianity, damn the name of the Father, and blatantly worship Lucifer while they're having a fucking winter, summer solstice with a ring of fire on the other side of the world, lined up accordingly, they said, to create chaos. What side of the fence do you think these people are on, guys?
Yeah, I can find that clip for if you want.
It's ridiculous.
The article, so we can, because I don't think we didn't really touch on it as heavily yesterday. It was more of a, like I kind of just like read the article. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick, just because it is important for us to see all this stuff. So it was a satanic March, June 2020, right? But what's this? What the hell is this? Anyway, the New York. No, it's New York. All of a sudden, I can't find it now.
Of course not. It's okay.
Oh, no, it's not okay.
Look at this. Christianity becomes the next battleground in cancel wars.
Oh, here we go. Well, this is from the website called Newsbreak, so I don't know. Oh, the beautiful picture there. Oh, what'd you say? I'm sorry. What did you just have up there?
What did I have? I don't remember. Christianity becomes the next battleground in cancel wars.
Battleground. Christianity trends as Americans. What's that bottom one say there?
From RT, they're actually not too bad. RT, yeah. Christianity trends as Americans fear will be next on the cancel culture, like I was just talking about before. Chopping block.
Go, yeah. Look at the next one. Evangelicals perfected cancel culture. Now it's coming for them. Wait, are they trying to say really? Evangelicals are the ones who perfected the cancel culture? Bruh,
interesting.
That's interesting.
And this came out 6 days ago. 5 days before this was a story.
Really?
Look at this. The ex-gay preacher genuinely thinks coronavirus was sent by God. Nice. Scroll past that.
And it's people like that is why people like us get ridiculed. Like, oh, look at these dumb Christians out here thinking.
Oh yeah, I think that's it for the news here. Yeah, but here before I click your link, let me just go to all real quick.
Go ahead.
I mean, what is this? To cancel or not to cancel? That's the question. Christianity.
ChristianityToday.com.
Right, dude. Right. Cancel culture is coming for Christianity. The one we just read right there. Christians in the cancel culture, the cancel cult, we should call it. It's just crazy. Like, and this is like 2018, 2019. Yeah. So this was this was already been talked about for a while, and then they just had to throw old reliable in there, and here it comes again. Because these are all old stories, people. None of these are from any time recent. Oh, Christianity in China today. That's probably not a good situation, but so nope. Yes. All right. Am I still screen sharing here?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's black.
What you do?
No, I don't want notifications. Fuck. I don't know how to cancel
Ooh.
that. Oh no, you stupid son of a gun! All right,
I don't know how to cancel it either.
look at this, dude.
Beautiful. I love it.
Nationwide Luciferian March roll out on June 21st during solar eclipse. Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire.
Look at that guy. What a ass.
Right. So it says the Luciferian March for a one world government will be held in at least 9 U.S. cities on June 21st during a solar eclipse. The marches are intended to create chaos, and it has been speculated by some that the demonstrators may even try to erect satanic monuments at existing sites where Confederate and other allegedly racist statues have been torn down.
Nice.
Beautiful. Whoa, all right, dude.
That's it. Oh, read full story.
Yeah. Go on, dude. That's it. You believe this guy?
Let's see that there. Looks like a whole different website. Who's that guy?
Whoa.
President Trump.
Wait, hold on. All these ads popping up.
So, what just happened, dude? This thing is freaking out right now.
I got on my end. I can read it from my end. So
I'm trying to zoom in for the users. I guess that's not happening. Let me just it torn down, and then it goes on to give me the ad. Nice. Yep. So it shows you all the cities here.
Yeah. So the cities that it's showing is Jacksonville, Florida, Raleigh, North Carolina, Seattle, Cincinnati, and Columbus, Ohio, Washington, D.C., Madison, Wisconsin, Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls, New York, which is basically Buffalo, and Salem, Oregon. And then some guy named Film Ninja says, "What the F is this? All events.in," well, I guess is something, is promoting Luciferian marches. And there's a ton of them. I guess you can buy your tickets.
Sick.
Oh, actually, if you scroll down, you'll see the poster.
Oh,
you good?
Gucci. Is this the poster?
Yeah, because it says June 21st, Luciferian March for a One World Government, Salem, Oregon, public hosted by Disciples of Lucifer, Salem, Oregon, and 3 others. Interested going, whatever. And it was held at 900 Court Street, Northeast Salem, Oregon, 97301. It even gives you, it's going to be between 59 and 84 degrees, mostly sunny, between 2 and 11 p.m.
Wow.
So these are.
Whoa. So wait, I'm sorry.
What? No, go ahead.
The first solar eclipse of the year in the year 2020 will occur, on June 21st. This event will be an annular solar eclipse. Does that mean every year?
Well, that's usually it's annual, not annular. What's annular mean? Says the same thing. Did that change?
Ring shaped. What? Doesn't sound right. Whatever.
The first solar eclipse of the year 2020 will occur this month, June 1st. The event will be an annular solar. Oh yeah, the event will be an annular solar eclipse, meaning a ring. Like how it looked. That's all. That's all.
Right, because I was under the impression. I'm like, damn. When did these start becoming a yearly thing?
Right.
Wow.
This year it started.
And that's it.
And that's it. Yeah.
Nice.
But I see. I didn't read the full story the first time. So now you got actual websites promoting them. Like, hey, come on out. Allevents.in. And these are all the marches on that day from all the cities.
So stupid, man. What's wrong with these people? How can they not see this as like a bunch of baloney, man?
Well,
I mean, the Luciferians I can understand because they just don't know their A from their elbow, but at the same time,
or they do and they prefer it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, yeah.
I just don't want to give them an automatic out. Like, oh, how could they not know? No, some of them probably, like I said, there's a percentage of people who do this kind of shit and they think it's just, I was a metalhead, so this is cool. Yeah, how this, but they don't actually. And then, like when it happens, they'll be, oh shit, this was real. And then there's the majority of where it's they know what they're doing and they know why they're doing it.
Yeah. I
Unfortunately.
was like more speaking for like the youth, you know, they've just been so indoctrinated and so under the spell their whole life. They've never had a chance to actually experience, understand, or want to understand the true light, the real light. You know, and if you never even knew what the real light was, then it's going to seem foreign to you. It's going to seem, you know, it's going to be alien to you. You're not going to enjoy it, you know? And that's what they're doing right now. I think they're trying to get all these brainwashed kids under the impression that Christianity is a thumb down, you know?
I mean, yeah, bro, you got all their favorite mumble rappers. Yeah, I sold my soul to the devil to be famous. So now they're thinking, so all these kids are out here like, oh, so if I want to be famous, all I gotta do is just sell my little soul. That's it.
That's it.
Oh, okay, cool. And I can get monies.
And what's that? Who's the dude that just passed away there? Like Juicy World or Juice World? Yeah, dude. A couple of his songs started talking about how he was. One of his lyrics is like talking, literally, like quote unquote, talking with fallen angels. Like, oh,
yeah,
what?
Him and somebody else, XSS Tentacion, whatever the hell you say.
We went over there. They did that like sacrifice thing, right?
Yeah, and then but he died, and then Juice WRLD died, and then on Juice WRLD's arm, he has he has tattoos, and I forget what the tattoo says, but all of a sudden, like a month later, a new artist comes out, and the artist's name is whatever he had tattooed on his arms, and the album's called Still Here. And on the album cover is like a drawing, but it looks like it's a drawing of XXX and Juice WRLD.
Really?
Like, and they sound just like them.
Interesting.
But it's just one of those things where it's just, you know, it's just like it's all part of the game. It's all a show. It's all fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. 100%.
Nah, man, he died out here. No, he didn't. Shut up.
Oh man, what was I gonna ask you? Did you see Richie's video today by any chance? No, it was interesting.
Well, I was throwing up and sleeping, so
maybe you didn't see it then.
I was doing a lot of that today.
Yeah, he put up a good video that I mean, in 2014, I was still doing drugs, so
thanks.
I didn't catch this when this came out clearly, and it's just it's an interesting video. Let's put it that way. The magic number 7, pretty much.
Clones and robots, Chris from South Jersey says.
They got him, dude.
And lizards, and who knows anymore, right? I mean, hey, facts. So what was the basis of the video?
Crap, not this. Hold on.
Oh,
okay. Just basically warning us that 2021, I don't know if he's trying to point it out, but from what I got from the video is that 2021 is going to probably be the first of the 7 years of Revelation. Or maybe this is. I don't know. You'll see. Is this here? Is there volume? Great. All right, let's hit play.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's June 23rd, I think. It's the year 2020. And the psychological operation moves forward without missing a beat. It is 90 degrees out. And pretty much every other person I see is wearing a mask. Perfect. Good for you. Good for you. The amount of reported deaths from the 2020 pandemic still haven't even come close to people dying from AIDS, people dying from the flu, people dying from cigarette smoking, people dying from alcoholism, people dying from opiates, not even close, and people dying from abortions. Those things are just business as usual. Let's stick with this pandemic. Now, the reason I bring up these numbers is because they're getting ready to get you into a second lockdown. And if Americans even consider for one moment locking themselves in and putting up with this bullshit all over again, you deserve to be the biometrically coerced slaves that you're going to be. You'll be robbed of your soul. You will discover that you indeed were created by a loving God. who simply asked that you believe in him. But you didn't. You believed in science. You believed in the mainstream media. So you will get exactly what you deserve. Am I a little agitated? Do I sound a little pissed off? Yeah. You know why? Because of all these arrogant, ignorant assholes that sit there and stare at television, who don't leave their houses, who watch television shows of other people doing work. Let's watch guys build houses. Let's watch guys build cars. Let's sit here and watch other people do things. That's America. Let me talk to my little remote-controlled listening apparatus that's sitting in my house. Alexa, turn on the blender. Alexa, let the cat out. America is going to get exactly what she deserves, and it's very, 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 very soon. If you recall, back in 2014, 2015, tons of us put up Christine Lagarde from the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, talking about lucky number 7. Lucky number 7. She was talking about it. She was rambling about it. She brought up the phase of the moon, etc.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. As you can tell, I do as I'm told, and I thought I had to stand at the time when my immediate predecessor would sit down, and clearly I failed.
Look at this thing.
So look at this thing.
Like, what is that, bro? That's one of those things that look like humans, I think. Who knows?
That's a hot woman, baby.
Got some weird ass necklace on, and necklace.
Obviously, I do what I'm told.
Number and numerology, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is, but you heard what you just said. I do what I'm told, and
Yeah, that's why I lived.
I heard. Oh yeah, of course. 54 necklace, of course.
That's right.
That's right. How could we forget?
Good afternoon.
And by the way, this was in 2014, in case anyone didn't catch that.
This
And
clip?
thank you very much
Yes.
Okay.
for having me with you. I would like to thank the National Press Club and especially President Angela Grilling-Keane for not only inviting me to this prestigious venue, but essentially presenting the outline of what I want to talk to you about now.
That's a
So it's as
dude.
if we had prepared that together, which we have not.
How dare you?
Now, let me first of all, of course, begin by wishing you all a happy new year.
Dude, you can literally see like a shaved mustache. I swear to God, that's just some dude named like Chad or something.
I see a body that's just a vessel. It's a skin suit for some entity inside.
That too. I was gonna say
Look at
something
the
like
eyes, bro.
that, or
No soul in there.
this is like what Ric Flair does on his spare time or something.
Woo!
White hair, shit, ridiculous.
I guess it's still time to do that, given that we are just exactly halfway through between our Western New Year and the Lunar New Year, which will loom in a few weeks' time. I think it's also appropriate to wish ourselves a happy new year, given what I would like to talk to you about, which has to do with the global economy and what we should expect for 2014. Now, I'm going to test you numerology skills.
What?
Excuse me, bitch.
Yo, like, did I just sign into a YouTube video?
Hello?
Right. National Press Club. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna test your numerology skills, and they all start laughing when they get going. But check this out.
Mm-hmm.
By asking you to think about the magic 7. Okay? Most of you will know that 7 is quite a number in all sorts of themes, religions, and I'm sure that you can compress numbers as well.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah. Good times.
Magic number 7. 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 years. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, necklace is 45 as well. I know that's like not included in this, but just saying.
If we think about 2014, all right, I'm just giving you 2014, you drop the 0, 14, 2 times 7. Okay, that's just by way of example, and we're going to carry on.
Not really, but okay.
So, If we think about 2014, all right, I'm just giving you 2014, you drop the 0, 14, 2 times 7.
What?
14 2 times is 28 to me, but these people work on inversion. Let's not forget that.
My head hurts.
But most people think exactly. He breaks it down pretty well here.
Right.
Bingo. Magic 7.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay, that's just by way of example, and we're going to carry on. So 2014 will be a milestone and hopefully a magic year in many respects. It will mark the 100th anniversary of the First World War back in 1914. It will mark the 70th anniversary, drop the 0, 7, of the Bretton Woods Conference that actually gave birth to the IMF. And it will be the 25th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall.
And 2 plus 5 is 7.
25th. Okay. It will also mark the 7th anniversary of the financial market jitters that quickly turned into the greatest global economic calamity since the Great Depression. The crisis still lingers. Yet, optimism is in the air. We've left the deep freeze behind us, and the horizon looks just a bit brighter. So my hope and my wish for 2014 is that after those 7 miserable years, weak and fragile, we have 7 strong years.
The reason we all ran videos about that is because this was the first time, for the most part, that a mainstream Illuminati member or witch publicly used numerology.
Well, real quick. So what I got out of it was that seems like from 2014 to 2021 is 7 years. It seems like those 7 years have been pretty shitty. I you know, you can't really argue that point, but you know, well, up until, you know, now 2020, it seems to be really in the dumps. But like they like to have that little illusion, like Shiva, you got to destroy to create. And what did she guarantee at the end of those terrible 7 years? A great 7 years.
Yep.
If you're a Illuminati, you know, puppet, you know, if you're that person who gets the biometric chip and, you know, wants to scan your wrist at the gas station to get gas, by all means, it's probably going to be a great utopia for you. But for, you know, Christians, probably not. What did you get out of that?
Yeah, I got the same thing, because like from 2014 to 2021 is 7 years. And so if this is going to be, if we're getting to that point now, and this is going to be where we're at right now at June 2020, I can only imagine where we'll be at June 2021.
I was going to say January 2021. I mean, it seems like this whole entire year, 2020, has just been one giant transition period to get people normal with a bunch of new regulations, laws, and new normal, new way of life.
What I'm saying, because like I don't know if they're going to like end it at midnight New Year's for 2021, or if 2021 will be the last year of the bad 7.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Well, I mean, they could just, I mean, halfway through the year, you know, you get through the first 6 months, what does that leave you with? July, 7th month.
Right. Ooh, yeah.
You go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you know, and that's the rest of the year if you include 7 with it. You got to think of it that way as well. You know, I think they're telling us that, right around 4th of July next year, or maybe even this year, it's going to be.
Ooh, Bill, in the comments, 2021 will be the first phase of Agenda 21.
Absolutely. You can't disagree with that statement.
No, you can't.
In astrology, in a financial setting or speech. 2014, that was 6 years ago. She was talking about lucky number 7. 2014 plus 7 equals 2021. They are going to absolutely do a global reset. Like I've already shown you. I showed you Klaus Schwab explaining that this is a perfect time to do a global reset right now. These people have even put up videos showing assholes walking around wearing masks, assholes locking themselves in their houses, assholes protesting staged events, and assholes being coerced by agent provocateurs during these protests, therefore turning them into riots.
Oh, wow. 2 days before that bill, by the way, that Trump passed about religion.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, where's the pear?
The Great Reset. Join us.
No.
Don't you love that? Like, you would think that like ODD made a badass video like that, but
right.
the World Economic Forum made that.
This is W7.
Look at that.
They've
Right.
shown us how all these things are you playing your part in their global reset, which will put every one of your 401ks, all of your retirements, all of your bank accounts, all of your mortgages, bank notes, car notes, etc., turn them into confetti. And you will be at the absolute whims of these very, very wealthy people. The fact that America still sits and stares at the stock market, still sits and stares at the orange-haired human cookie jar Donald J. Trump and thinks that America's in good shape, they're going to put everyone on a social credit system. If you don't do exactly as you're told, you will not be buying or selling. If you don't line up and get tested for a disease that is completely contrived, you don't get to buy or sell. If you don't get the biometric vaccination for a contrived disease, contrived means totally and utterly made up, you cannot buy or sell. You will be shunned by the public. Now, for those people that actually find out things for themselves by going to MIT.com, whitehouse.gov, patents.org, people that actually do research for themselves and then leave links for other people. In this day and age, we're pariahs, we're idiots, we're imbeciles. Oh, where'd you get that information off the internet? What a jerk you are. Well, the funny thing about that is people that say those things are simply parroting what the television has told them to say in response to anybody that offers them any alternative with actual proof to the mainstream media story.
And the funny thing is, these people, you know, who are like, "Where'd you get that off the internet?" I'm like, I can get all of your information off the internet too, buddy. I can get the live. I can get the podcast.
Where'd you get all the internet?
I can get,
but then they'll share it on Facebook from CNN.com.
Exactly, and I'm like, I can go to CNN and watch the news broadcast you were watching 2 hours ago. It's on the internet. Must be fake now. I mean, obviously it's fake, but you know what I'm saying. Just to flip the coin back on them.
They are destroying the country right now, and in the meantime, they're making you do a little step and fetch while they're doing it. You see what I'm saying? They're amusing themselves while they're doing it. They're getting you to pay $1,500 to $1,200 for a cell phone for your 10-year-old who has no business in the world needing a cell phone.
Facts.
But you do it. They're selling you computers and technology and every other thing that is, as soon as you own it, their system makes it obsolete or devalues it exponentially. But you're doing it
every 6 months.
It is time to understand.
What's he talking about there?
Like the you're like cell phones. Every 6 to 8 months.
Oh, right, and like
it's obsolete. It's whatever, or like good old iPhone.
Right, okay, that's what I was thinking. He was saying,
bro. Every time they bring out a new iPhone, if you have the model, they actually have software in the phone that slows everything down, and your phone becomes like slow, won't load. You gotta go buy the new one.
Yeah, Apple got called out doing that, and they never actually stopped either.
No, why would they?
That's just one of their ways, you know. That's like all these people, like, oh, look at this person, that person, this person, that person. They're all pedophiles. It's like, yeah, but they're all still at home chilling, doing live streams with Jimmy Fallon, you know? So, like, okay.
Understand that to stand on your feet, to go against what is corrupt and knowingly wrong is heroic. It is godlike. That is what God wants to see. He does not want to see people. He does not want to see people doing things because everyone else does it. People that are afraid to be called a name. It is absolutely staggering to me that these folks are getting ready to pull this again, and they will pull it again. The problem is, just like we warned you about 2 months ago, myself and many others, all the videos basically got pulled down, is there will indeed be a second wave. But preceding the second wave of a contrived disease, contrived means being made up, the second wave will actually have some results.
Oh, I shared something about this a month ago, and my friends are telling me I was crazy.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I only got it from militaryweapons.gov. I got it from the military website.
Of course.
Like, come on, dude. Like, yeah, I know. I made this website too, dude.
Ridiculous.
The second wave of a contrived disease, contrived means being made up. The second wave will actually have some results. Because the first wave of the completely contrived disease, contrived means made up, not real, fake, fraudulent. The second round, the second wave, has been bolstered by genetically modified mosquitoes released in a place that they're already released in an area they're already purporting to be a hotspot.
Yep.
And the entire time people have been walking around and wearing their mask and hiding and sheltering and standing in line and walking one way on the sidewalk and up and down the aisles at the supermarket, they've been assembling their monstrosity of 5G, SpaceX in the sky, and 1 million radio towers all over the United States. So when 5G is up and running in specific areas and people start feeling the effects of this utterly unnatural, dangerous millimeter wave that's been used by the military for over a decade to stop aggressive armies in their tracks, people will think there's an outbreak, when it'll be nothing more than what it's always been. It'll be technology, again, masquerading as something else. Do not be fooled. Do not be afraid. Do not stand for this. Do not put a mask on and do not consent. Richie from Boston. I'm out.
And he's out.
Share this video or don't. I'm out. I love Richie.
Right. I mean, like, he just, puts it on you. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you just got to take the information. If you don't like the guy, that's on you. Share it or don't. All this stuff that he puts up in this video, 100%. You can't argue with that stuff. Gives you real links. You could go and look at them on your own time,
Who did I say?
I can literally type in GMO mosquitoes and it'll pop right up. It's not like he's making these websites up. I don't even know how to spell mosquitoes. Oh, there you go. Pops up for me. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. Let's hit a little screen sharing.
Yeah, I dare you.
Share the screen. Look at that. Look at all these results. June 9th, 6 days ago, 5 days ago. Look at all this. Plans to release genetically modified mosquitoes in Florida. Genetically mosquitoes get EPA approval.
That's the one. That's the one.
Agency.
That's the one. Because I was trying to look for it. That's the one I saw, and I sent it to my friends. They're like, "Oh, you're being crazy." I'm like, "Bro, where else?" Like yeah, that's right. I made the CNN health.com. That was me. I'm just showing you. They're showing you a page in the playbook. They do this every day, and then they'll take this article down or they'll bury it somewhere so you can't find it again. But they're telling you what's going to happen. God, man, I'm sorry.
No, exactly. They're telling you like, hey, we got GMO mosquitoes, we got the coronavirus going on. What could go wrong? If you can't put 2 and 2 together, maybe you shouldn't be here. But look at this. The administration has used tax dollars and government resources for a Jurassic Park experiment, except without the island. What could go wrong? Exactly. Well, look at that. What could possibly go wrong?
I hate people so much.
We don't know because they unlawfully refuse to seriously analyze environmental risks. Nice. Approved by the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. Nice.
Wait, hold on. Go back again. It says, what could possibly go wrong? We don't know because they unlawfully refuse to seriously analyze environmental risks, she said. But then it was approved by the EPA, which is an Environment Protection Agency.
Sounds a lot like 5G. Let's do no research. Let's not see what it does to human bodies. Let's just put it up and see what happens.
Now, I'm not shocked at that point. I just wanted to really say it like that to really bring it out to how stupid they think you are, because they literally just said it was unlawfully refused to analyze it for the risk of the environment, but then the environment people approved it. Come on, bro.
Look at this. The modified mosquito is a viable alternative to spraying insecticides to control Aedes. Whatever. It's a species of mosquito that carries several deadly diseases such as Zika, yellow fever, these bad things, But it doesn't tell you what this thing's going to be carrying. They're going to be carrying the GMO version of this, the made-up version of this, coronavirus, possibly. Who knows? Who knows? What the fuck is this? The mosquito OX5034. It's like, Joe Biden 3033
has been altered to produce female offspring that die in the larval stage.
Ridiculous.
What? What are we even talking about anymore?
As in the days of Noah, so shall it be. Quick.
I just want the OX 5034 has been altered to produce female offspring that die in the larval stage well before hatching and growing large enough to bite and spread disease. Only the female mosquito bites for blood, which she needs to mature her eggs. Males feed only on nectar and are thus not a carry disease. So, so what they're saying is bullshit, mumbo jumbo.
Sounds like if you get bit by one of these female mosquitoes, they're just gonna take your blood and bring it down to Hollywood, where they're all they need that stuff. Look like they're running low on their supply, whatever keeps them happy,
I can't wait to hear. Well, I mean, I really don't want to hear about, but you're going to hear this on the news. A large percent of children have been getting bit by mosquitoes in the summer.
Yeah. And now they're beat.
Yeah.
Why is this all blurry now?
I don't know, because they can know that we're catching on, mother.
Oh, it's just ridiculous, man. Let's just get out of here with
Who's that
guy.
guy?
I don't know. I stopped screen share. I don't want to see him anymore. I don't want to see that.
So they literally have robotic mosquitoes. They are telling you that the people who made it said F you when it comes to doing tests for the environment because they're all in on it. And the EPA, the environmental people said, oh, you didn't do tests? Fuck it. Yeah, approved. That's how stupid they think we are, that we're not even going to read the article and be like, well, hold on, how did it get passed by environmental people if they didn't do any tests for the environment? Because it's all one people. They're all the same. They don't give a shit.
No, why would they?
If they gave a shit, they wouldn't make robot mosquitoes.
Whoops. Sorry, I hit play on something. What'd you say?
I said if they gave a shit, if they were actual real people, why would they make robotic mosquitoes in the first place?
Well, you heard them, so they can fight off mosquitoes that carry Zika virus, Bobby. Come on. The government won't release something that would negatively affect my life and well-being.
Let's break this down a little bit. Let's break this down. I'm crazy because I can actually prove that the officials in Seattle built the autonomous zone because it's on their website, but they're not crazy for saying, yeah, we just built robotic mosquitoes to fight the real mosquitoes because they carry disease. I'm crazy. Okay. You got Rock'em Sock'em going on in the fucking in the mosquito world, and you want me to believe that you're not going to use this for anything other than what you said it for, right? That's what I'm supposed to believe.
So ridiculous. So ridiculous, man.
I just popped on Twitter and I saw a picture of this new stadium, and I wanted to like get a better look at it because it looks interesting, but I don't want to like say it and be like, oh my god, look, it's this, and then go, oh wait, never mind, it's not, but because it looked like it looked a little crazy, but oh no, I'm not crazy. Here we go, bro. I'm gonna send you a picture of it. Check this. This is the new stadium of, I believe it's going to be the. How about before I start talking shit, I actually go click on it. The Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers and Rams are going to share this new $100 billion stadium here. This is what it looks like from the aerial.
Top down. Interesting.
What is that, my guy? Why is everything they build a fucking eye? Like, it's literally an eye, and it's an entire eye.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. This is like the center part. This is like where the whites of your eye would be over here, and there's your little outline. And look at that. They gave him an eyebrow.
Yeah, it's even they're trying to say, oh, it looks like the Rams logo. Like, nah, bro, it's an eyeball, bro.
No. Where'd they build this? In the middle of like fucking District 9 or something?
It's in the middle of some desert area in fucking California.
Asheville, dude. Like, look at that, dude. Is this in the autonomous zone?
Yeah, right. I forget exactly where they built it, but I saw it I was on Twitter and it popped up like nights like this are coming to a stadium near you. Oh, Inglewood, California is where they built it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's called the SoFi Stadium.
That's weird. I've been seeing that SoFi stuff pop up everywhere. It could be read as Sophie. Sophie is also known as Lucifer, but that's for another day, I guess. Or Sophia the robot.
Huh.
Who has more rights than woman in the country that she was given rights to. Imagine that.
Because this is the picture I saw that I was like, oh, that looks weird. Let me like check it out. Type deal. This one's on Twitter. Sorry.
That would be insane.
Or no, it's on Facebook. I'm sorry, it's on Facebook.
Facebook, Twitter, Facebook.
It's on Facebook, but it's going to take you to Twitter.
Can we load?
Can we load?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so this is what I saw, and I was like, "Oh, that kind of looks like an eye," but like I was thinking more of like a serpent kind of thing. But then
Right.
when I looked at it, I was like, I googled it, I got the aerial. I was like, "Oh no, I was right the first time."
That's why it's all made of cubes.
What's that?
Cubes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Wow.
Yeah.
So you got that. Here's the aerial view.
I mean, it's in literal eye, dude.
It's a blue eye. They should abolish this.
How could you? White Jesus.
What a dick.
That's gonna be my joke for the rest of my life. Are you a Christian? Yeah. White Jesus or black Jesus?
You're offending me, Bobby. Stop it.
Stop it. Snake scales. Yeah, that's what it looks like too. The other picture, it looks like reptilian in nature.
All the way up. Got the pillars holding it up too. That's nice.
Well, yeah, of course. You got the pillars holding it up.
You need the pillars, man.
I forget how much this thing costs. Cubes and triangles. Yeah. Like, get a picture. It just looks like, depending which way you look at it, you got a whole bunch of.
Pick your poison.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like cubes, triangles. If you let the lines go together, you can have some probably like hexagonal shapes in here somewhere. There's definitely some secret geometry in this.
Oh, of course. You could pinpoint out a Freemasonic compass. Get that perfect right there. You can also get Star of Rephram. Is that how you say his name there? The Star of David, allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That good old thing.
And they actually, the Los Angeles Rams, I know you don't give a shit. I don't give a shit either. But they actually redid their logo of late. And it just looks so odd.
Wow. Mass mind control. Look at that.
What?
Literally scaly, lit up at night.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Actually, from this angle, see, that's what I was looking at. Like, if you zoom out, like, so it's like the two eyes of the snake, and then like the part that comes down in the front. So,
this is like where they would meet.
Yeah, that's the two eyes.
I can see that.
You know what I'm
Still,
saying?
you
it's
get
not
that,
as bad
that
as the other
texture,
one.
too.
Yeah,
lit up
yeah.
at night with that blue. It really gives you that
Oh, yeah.
that dirty looking snake thing. That's nuts. That's nuts. And what is this right in the center? Nice.
What?
I don't know. Oh, it might just be the dude's like
Yeah.
water
Nice.
print or something.
What is this?
Oh man, it's ridiculous.
So here is the.
Hold on. Let me just hide this for a minute.
No, you're good, too. I dare you to.
Let me get out of here. All right.
It's nothing crazy, but because it's the.
There it is. Wow.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, there it is.
So they changed it from wherever the hell, I forget where it was, but so now this ram here or what it actually is, a goat head. But here's the thing that I brought to your attention. One, because it's obviously a ram goat, but if you look at the A and the LA and even on the ram's horn, the way they made the design is like it's a crescent moon.
Yeah, it's like that Turkish Muslim stuff or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even on the ram's head itself, it's separated too. So it almost looks like he has like a moon earring on.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
looks like to me, dude. Blonde hair, blue eye, white.
A white European?
Possibly. I'm just extending, what we see here.
Blonde hair, and the eye part is blue, and he's a white face.
Yeah.
Right. So
got some big ears though.
but yeah, but just the way they made the logo. It literally looks like they like a ram's head, and they just put a moon next to them.
That's nuts, man.
So now you got a moon straight up in the new LA Rams logo.
It's like the China flag or something, you know, or the
it's
Turkish flag.
odd, dude.
That's strange, man. Why would they even? Wow, they don't care anymore. Everything's symbolism. Everything.
Marika said that the Rams logo from the 50s and 70s looked beyond satanic. They made it was almost like a like if I remember correctly, Marika, it was like just the skeleton, like skull, like it was a skull of a ram.
Really? Of course.
Yeah, it was. But back then, no one even knew what the word satanic even was.
Right.
You know, but yeah, it was definitely some.
They have an idea now.
It wasn't great, you know.
But real quick, let me just show
I dare you to.
let me show everyone that little thing I sent you last night.
Oh yeah.
How crazy was this?
Dude.
Oh, let me hit play before I zoom in. So what I'm trying to show here, guys, is that literally within 41 degrees, just south of, I don't know how to say that, but look how far I move the mouse. 41 degrees. Sun is out. Sunshine. Feels like 37 for some reason. You see that? 99 degrees. Literally, what's that? What is that, dude? That's like the size of, I don't know, not far. Let's put it that way. That's like from Massachusetts to Massachusetts. It went up 50 degrees.
Do that again?
Do what?
Go back. Like restart it.
I flash back and forth.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe. Here we go.
Oh, wow. 37, 41, 99. 97.
Yeah. And looking like that's how you know what I'm saying? It's like that's how like little of a scale it was on.
Wow.
Like it's not like I was making like giant, you know, not like we were looking at the weather in Hawaii, then looking at the weather in wherever,
right.
You know. Literally just going up a highway, it looks like 99 degrees. Like, are the clouds that thick?
Yeah. The clouds are so thick over there that it's a 80-degree difference.
Right, yo, like how crazy is that? Thought I saw that.
Because like I didn't know it was an actual like a video. I just saw that it was the Middle East and it was 41 degrees. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. But now seeing that, like seeing you going back and forth all over just one little maybe like 50-mile radius area of the Middle East, going from 99 to 47 to 51 to 76 to what the hell is that?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. Global warming shortly, but
dude, global warming. Hey, remember whatever happened to that? Are we still talking about that? Are we still doing that?
No, I'm sure that'll come up in the next event.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will get, it's going to get bad.
Those global warming Christian deniers.
Coronavirus could have been stopped earlier if we would took better care of the environment or some bullshit.
Oh, they were trying to pull that when they were like, wow, look, there's no jets in the air. No one's driving around. CO2 levels are starting to level out.
I don't have clear skies.
I'm like, I don't think it happens that quick, people, if that was the real case, you know? I think it would take a couple of years or decades to reverse what man has done on the earth, you know? Maybe tons of decades. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? They've had these factories, power plants up for years and years and years, just pouring out bullshit in the atmosphere. That's what climate change is. They're changing it. They can do stuff like that. We've shown time and time again the NASA rocket that, as a byproduct, can make rain clouds.
Oh, dude, that blew my mind.
And that's the only thing they use it for now. And I'm like,
and they bought people's houses out from underneath of them.
Land, bro. Yeah, they're like, you could stay here or you can, deal with the rocket noise. But the real thing is they threw them out of there because they didn't want to see them throwing clouds in the air. And then, hey, why is it raining every time NASA fires up their rocket?
Right. But then they make a whole documentary on it, though. But the best part about it, he's like, oh, yeah, we pipe in the sounds of rockets. Like, they're just telling you straight up that it's all facade. They're piping in through speakers the sounds of quote rockets, and then they just have this thing sitting there that just shits out fucking clouds that has rain, chemical induced clouds that just rains on you. And I'm pretty sure whatever's coming out of that is great for your health.
Yeah, they look up and they're like, he's like, wow, that is the cleanest cloud I've ever seen. And then like on the outline of the cloud, you just see like all the fluorescent colors you'd see, you know, on a really terrible sunset, you know? I'm like, so maybe it's not just hydrogen and oxygen you guys are pumping in the air.
Right. Maybe it's lies.
It probably is. Probably is. But I think I'm going to wrap this up, Bobby.
Wrap it up, brother.
Conversation, you know. Like
I just really want to talk about the cancel Christianity thing.
Yeah,
that
I was about to
get me going.
I was about to say, like, that was the basis of this. I think we knocked it out of the park. And for people to understand, why are they doing this? Why are they trying to cancel Christianity? You know, why this? Why that? You know, it's because the end game doesn't require Christians. It requires our handbook, the Bible, you know. But at the same time, it's they don't need us or want us here. Not a chance.
For the beast system to work, there can't be other options. So they don't, like we talked about earlier today when I brought up the whole, like the Thanos quote from Endgame. Everyone from the old world must leave, because if any of the old world still remain, then the new people can be tainted. So they got to make sure the old world, in this case, what's it say? Christianity, that has to leave. If we're going to get the kids of today to grow up into the beast system and accept it for what it is, they can't know about Christianity or Judaism or being a Muslim or whatever it is. They can't know it. They can only know what we provide them, because if they don't, they won't ever accept it. So they got to start it now to slowly deteriorate and get rid of Christianity. And that starts with basically the way they're heading in, because race war is good old reliable. So now you have talking heads talking about, if you see Jesus as being white and his European mother is white and his white friends being white, then you're not Christian, you're a white supremacist. And you're going to have all these weak-minded white people out here that are scared to be labeled, and they're going to denounce Jesus Christ.
Oh, they'll drop them quicker than you could drop the Neil deGrasse Tyson mic.
Dude. And you know it. And you know it.
That's the end game. Yeah, they can't have people like us lingering around the corner like, hey, look at this biblical quote here that's happening right now while the beast system is up and going. They can't have that. They can't have people plugged into the system second thinking, you know, like, oh, did we mess up here? They can't have any of that. I mean, they'll all be under one mind anyways, but they can't have that, the possibility of Christianity and the old text and in the ways of how life is supposed to be, you know, brought up. That's why they're all going to be under one mind. You start having a foreign thought, whatever the cloud system is just going to zap you, or it's just going to shut you up. Or like Richie said, it's just going to hit you with a millimeter wave and you're just going to forget your thought. You're going to be less aggressive. You're going to be very passive, you know, like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I got to go back to my cryptocurrency mine, you know? Right. It's ridiculous. And like in that show, the 100 I was talking about, right? Because they have the chip, right? They get chipped, and right when they start thinking about how life was before the chip, or right when they're like, you know, contemplating like, wow, like look at these people who don't have the chip and look at me, the little thing, like it's their subconscious, this little thing pops up. It's called Allie. It's like this woman who acts and walks and, you know, has body movements like a snake, ironically, all dressed in red. And it pretty much just reminds them why they're in the system, why they took the chip, why she needs them to stay on task. Sounds like where we're heading right now, people.
Mm-hmm. And it's a shame. It's a shame that, and it's pathetic of how far we've come. I mean, it started years ago when I was in high school still, where my freshman year of high school, every morning we said the Pledge of Allegiance up until my junior year, where we never said it again, where the name God or Jesus Christ, not even like in a cursing way, just saying Jesus Christ, was getting banned off of radio, banned off of TV. You couldn't say it no more. To now literally saying that if you see Jesus Christ as a white person or someone of European descent, that you're not a Christian, you're a white supremacist, and it's just this is how far we come in such a short time. And I know it's all part of the plan, but it's still shocking to see, even though we know what's coming, because it's just so like, wow, I can't believe, and how many people are just falling right in line with it. It's like it's almost as if they already got the chips in them and they're just getting the updates now. Like, oh, yep, white Jesus sucks. Okay, we're out. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are going with it. They're like, oh yeah, it is white supremacy. Hey, what are you talking
Power
about?
of suggestion, brother.
I mean, yeah, I mean everything. This whole COVID is power of suggestion. Not one law says I have to wear a mask anywhere, but yet everyone this lady called me a murderer because I didn't have mine on 7-Eleven.
I was thinking about that today.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not like I'm breaking any laws.
You just living the way you're supposed to be, you know?
I'm breathing fresh air, brother. Well, as fresh as I can out here.
Fresh as we're allowed.
I'm not going to sit here and breathe in my own carbon all day. Then I see jack wagons all day driving in the cars by them damn selves with their mask on. That's how far it's going. People are that afraid.
It's terrible, dude. They got him under the worst spell. Donald Trump said the COVID put a deep, dark spell over the nation. The big monster, you know, another name for the endless names of the COVID virus. That connects to Lucifer because he's the lowercase g god of many names. And another thing I want to touch on just real quick is the whole cancel Christianity thing. They're going to use this like they use the law. You're going to be guilty until proven otherwise, you know? It's going to be flip-flop, you know, because you're innocent until proven guilty, allegedly right now, you know? But when this goes down, they're going to, you know, let's say that it gets to some trial thing, you know, like you believe Jesus, like, all right, look, we gotta vet him out. We gotta see what's really up with him. You're gonna be guilty. They're gonna treat you like a piece of shit until you denounce that Jesus Christ is not your savior. That's what they want out of you. That's their goal. They want you to abandon your faith. I won't do that. I would happily die at those means, you know. I would love it. You know, you're going to kill me because I believe in something that put us here.
Yeah.
Okay. By all means, you know, you're going to deal with that later. Maybe I haven't accomplished every single goal I need to accomplish to make my way back into heaven, but at least I know the difference. So by all means, y'all want to, you know, damn yourself for eternity? By all means, put my blood on your hand like you put Christ's blood on your hand. No problem. And the really interesting thing about the whole about Jesus and the cross was Pontius Pilate. I think I was reading Matthew or was I reading John? I think it was. I really can't remember, but he didn't seem like he was about that.
Right.
You know, I found that interesting. But the power of suggestion, he went through with it anyways. How many people you think are going to be like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, maybe this is wrong. Maybe, you know, they're trying to scare us out of our religion. But when they show up, no, I don't know God. No, we don't know him. He's not here.
And this is how you know all these people, because like, if someone came to me and was just like, do you believe in Jesus Christ? I'd be like, yes, I do. What color is he to you? I don't care. He's my Lord and Savior. He could be purple. You see, instead of people going from, okay, how about we just change his image in North America to represent his actual skin color, instead of saying something like that, or like, I don't care what color he is, he's my Lord and Savior, they will literally just denounce him and throw him away because they don't want to be labeled as a white supremacist if they view him as a white person or a European person. That's how stupid people are. That's how closed-minded they are. Instead of just going the other way, like, oh, well, okay, so he's not white. Oh, well, he's still my Lord and Savior. They'll denounce him and throw him away to the side because they don't want to have that label of racist or racism on them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And just a quick message for anyone who's watching this who doesn't believe in God or spirituality or whatever. Why would the powers that be allow a satanic march and within 24 hours, ending Christianity is the #1 topic around the world. If they aren't, in fact, worshiping the complete opposite, working in duality, working on the opposite side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Why would they be going through great lengths to denounce not all religion, just this one specific version of religion? Because I mean, you got Catholics, Protestants, Baptists, blah, 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 blah. You know, you got them all. And they're just hitting just regular Christians.
Speak it.
Like we all thought they would, because Catholics have never been actually worshiping Christ, in my opinion, but that's my opinion.
Oh, you get me riled up, man. It's the truth, because like anyone who's listening to this, obviously that you know you have been awoken to a certain amount of things, you know, and you believe what we're saying, and you could see because we're showing you the proof every day. If you realize that they censor the truth, then if they're trying to cancel Christianity, it probably because it's the fucking truth.
Exactly.
They only cancel the truth. Everything else that they promote and push is all lies. Whether it be, you know, like I don't see any satanic churches being shut down or those monuments being. I mean, seriously, if there was real riots going on from actual genuine people, they wouldn't give a shit what statue they tore down. They just want to hear to rip up the system, break it all down. But yet somehow all the satanic statues around the country have been untouched, but all the war monuments and war statues and revolutionary and whatever, those statues are being torn down on a nightly basis, but these things are unscathed. I wonder why that is. It's probably because the same people who worship that thing are conducting these things, and it's that simple.
Absolutely. Good little comment under you too.
Yeah.
Jay Hood's he's got some good stuff in the chat.
Always, man.
It's just so crazy, guys. Don't be fooled. Don't get scared into running away from your faith and your beliefs, because at the end of the day, as long as you believe in God and that Jesus came down for your sins and you repent fully and honestly for your sins, that could be enough to get a stamp on the passport, in my opinion, to break it down that way. If not, I mean, completely understandable, but if from what I've gathered in my 25 years, if you cover those bases and don't, rape someone or kill people or, do the psychotic things that these people who look like humans love to do and promote and get you to do for them, I think you have a decent shot of meeting the man and being able to hang out up there rather than whatever.
We're getting to a point now where it's ramping up, and it's either you see it or you don't. And we're getting to a point now where I can't waste all of my time trying to convince non-believers to believe me. I'm just going to stick with my people, the believers, the ones who know the truth, the ones who already have been awakened. Now, along the way with my friends and family that are close to me, I will always still try to work on them. I do it every day, but I'm no longer going to sit here. I'll reach out to them every day I go somewhere. I go to drive through to get something. Hey, the earth is flat. God's real. I tell people all the time. I'm always out there saying stuff to people, but I'm no longer going to sit here and just keep working on it over. Please, listen to me. Listen. If you don't see it, you don't see it. I feel sorry for you, bro. I got to keep it moving.
Yeah, that's all we can really do now is just, count, this was a good time to count your chickens, get everything lined up and, whoever was a bad duckling, send them out, because if they're not going to learn from the last 5 years of me doing YouTube videos, I don't think they're going to learn for the remainder of the YouTube world or whatever, they're just not going to get it. If they didn't get it then, they're still not going to get it now. They're not going to get it in the future. A lot of people are like that, unfortunately, which sucks, but it's the people that get it. You really gotta, not take for granted. You gotta keep working on them, try to build them up, try to help them build you up. Cause what I find all the time is, not trying to toot my own horn, but out of all the people that I know, I'm one of the more awoke folk. But sometimes I'll be like trying to enlighten someone on one of my ideas, and it ends up expanding one of my ideas. Or they'll be like, so it's kind of like this, and I'm like, damn, it's exactly like that. Let me go write that in my damn notebook, you bastard. Right. It's awesome. It's completely awesome. But you want to give a little closing statement real quick? 'Cause I think we're going to get out of here. It's getting kind of late.
It's, you know, like listen, man, like I said, we're getting to a point now where there's no longer turning back. Your side has been chosen. Keep it moving to that side, and remember to never be afraid. Like, if I could be blunt, fuck these people, these elitists that think they're better than everybody. They think they chose the right side. That their lowercase God is better than. Let them go. Let them do their thing, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we are on the right side. We will have the last laugh in the end. And I can't wait to see all their faces when they're like, oh shit, we really messed up. Because when they realize that part and they try to go, oh God, hey, I'm really sorry for all the same energy, cuz.
Right, where were you for X, Y, and Z? You know,
yeah, we're good over here.
Over there, effing off, promoting this stuff. You know, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Like I said yesterday, and I'm gonna add to my repertoire now. Any problems you have in your life, don't leave it at the feet of politicians, governors, senators, whoever the hell. Leave it at the feet of God, and then trust in Him, and you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll always be fine. Even though it seems like He's not there, He's not listening, He is. Leave it at His feet and keep it moving. I love you. I love all y'all. Please be safe, and don't wear a mask. Any one of you, I swear to God. None of you.
None of you some guns. But yeah, dude, I couldn't say it better myself. Everyone just be safe, be smart. When the chaos comes, stay calm, because the greatest way to get people fooled is order out of chaos. When people are in a chaotic frame of mind, they make unresponsible decisions. So, and what I wanted to kind of say earlier was the Jesus on the cross thing. What did we really take from that, guys? For me, I took that to on this earth, no matter if you're the Son of God, if you're Bobby, if you're me, if you're anyone there in the chat, you got to go through the cycle of life. You live, you do, you die. But that's the end of your time here. Jesus came back, he came back good to go. He came back 100%,
Mm-hmm.
Came back perfect because he went to the kingdom. He came back and he showed us the way. And that's just so intense to think of that, because you have to go through troubles in life, even though it might not pay off in the end here in the physical. You might still, suffer. You might die. So what? This place sucks right now. Lucifer has dominion over the earth. He asked Jesus on one of the highest mountains, bow before me and I'll give you the kingdoms of the earth. It's not like Jesus said, how dare you say that? He said, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I got my own stuff upstairs. This is nothing, bro. Right. I mean, on the spectrum, I bet this is like, I don't even know. Like, what can I even compare this to? I'm looking around the room for something. This is like a CD disc, inside of the console, you know what I'm saying? That's all this is. This is one component to a bunch of stuff that we don't understand, and we're not going to understand until we move on to the next phase. This is this is the life of a butterfly, people. This is what we're living right now. We're caterpillars right now. We're a little ugly. We're a little this on the outside, but we have to die. We have to die here in the physical to go in our cocoon state, to sleep for a little season, as it talks about in Revelation, perhaps. And then if your works were good, if you're written in the book of life, you get your wings, everlasting life, true happiness, peace. You won't hunger. You won't thirst. You probably won't have to go to the bathroom ever again. It's just going to be paradise. And that's
it's gonna be amazing, bro. And just like Jay Hood said, in the comments just now, but you must first admit that you are, as he put it, a POS, that you need to be saved. I mean, you don't have to call yourself a POS, but you have to come to God, bail before God, and say, I am a sinner. I accept Jesus Christ as my heart, as my Lord and Savior. And then, you know what I'm saying, you can't just go, okay, I will, and then whatever, and never do that step, and then think you're just going to waltz on in, you know, to the glories of heaven. You have to do it correctly.
Right. There's no easy pass, man. You got to ask for mercy upon your soul for the sins that you've done here in the flesh. It's not like he's like taking a nap upstairs and not looking. Like, he's got tabs on all of us. You think the government's watching you? The big man's watching you too.
Facts.
You got to think about that, guys. But I'm gonna get out of here. God bless everyone in the chat. Once again, Bobby, thank you for coming.
Thanks
you
for
know,
having me.
fellowship. Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't have made it this far without you.
Amen.
So we're gonna get out of here, guys. I'm not gonna do an outro song. I'm just gonna end it. Like, share, and subscribe. That doesn't even matter. Most importantly, God bless every single one of you, and please ask for forgiveness and entrance to the kingdom.
Yes. Because trust me, nothing on this plane is worth giving it up for.
Nothing. I've met so many people that I love dearly to my heart, and even them I wouldn't give it up for, you know?
Nope.
I'll leave them here. It'll be the worst pain ever. But I mean, what's that Clapton song? There's no tears in heaven or something. Like, here you go. I got chills right now. Clapton does it to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in his tones, but I hear that. I'm like, oh, let's just hit the next song, because people are gonna think I was drinking wine all night because I'm high. Yeah, he does it, man. He does it. But all right, guys, we're getting out of here. Be safe, be smart, be blessed. We're out.